Now this is a cool RGB gaming mic. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the Maono DM30 RGB USB gaming microphone. And I want to say I've been using Maono microphones for a really long time on this channel. In fact, the microphone I'm using right now that's clipped to my shirt, I think you can see that, is a Maono microphone. So I really like the company, and this one's a really great addition to their lineup. Most obviously, it has a really cool RGB light setup, and if I click the button on the bottom, I can actually change it so it has 7 solid colors, and you can turn it off. And you can go to this multicolor, which is really my favorite. It's more effective in the dark. I have this pretty well lit, but it's a really nice lighting system. And the microphone itself has a cardioid pickup. So the front is a 3-in-1 knob. And this, if you push it, gives you mute on and off. And it's a very subtle mute light on the bottom, which probably they could do with having this change to red or something. But there's that. And then if you spin it, it adjusts gain. But if you push and hold the button, it'll switch to allowing you to adjust the volume of the monitor. What monitor? On the bottom, there's USB-C to connect it to your device. There is a button for the RGB controls, and there's also a 3.5mm audio out. And the intent of that is you can use that and you're getting a real-time monitor to make sure that it sounds the way you want it to sound. So you can do all that, you can adjust the volume, you can do everything right here on the microphone. It's also metal and it's fairly heavy. It has a really nice feel to it. It does not feel at all plasticky, because it's not made out of plastic. Go figure. So it's a cardioid pickup, which means it's going to really mostly be looking at what's in front of it. And some people get confused and they think you're supposed to talk like this. There is no microphone on the top. If you can see the company name, then you are in the right orientation. So if I really wanted to use this, then I would actually have it set like this. And in a moment, I'm going to give you a demo. But let me tell you that the RGB is programmable. Like I said, you can pick which one you want. And then there's an app that Maono makes available called the Maono Link, and that's available for Windows and Mac and Android. I'm going to show you the Mac version in just a couple of seconds. I just want to say this is also PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 compatible. Cool. Now, let's jump to that demo. Here's the Maono Link app, and what you're hearing is my voice as picked up by the DM30 microphone. And you can see on the green bars that it's showing me how it's going. If I turn the gain down, I get softer, and the less bars turn green. If I turn it up, if I turn it way up, then you see how here it's getting a little red. Well, that's because it's getting a little close to clipping. But the app gives you control in standard or advanced mode, and standard mode gives you gain and headphone volume. You can turn on and off the microphone monitoring, which is that 3.5mm jack on the bottom, and you can change tone of the microphone. Let's turn it to bright, and hopefully that sounds just a little different. I think I need to turn the gain down just a little. There we go. And of course, you can turn on and off the RGB and the brightness and color selections. If I switch to advanced, you can see the controls are a little bit different. It's a little bit more sophisticated in terms of giving you access to limiters and compressors. But mostly what I wanted to demonstrate was the actual audio pickup of the microphone. Now, let me jump back on camera. It's pretty darn easy to work with. You don't even need to use the app if you don't want to, because all of those controls, for the most part, are still accessible from the microphone itself. Now, I want to say that in the box, it includes a USB-C to USB-A cable, and that cable has a little adapter end on it, so you can use it as a USB-C cable too, which is great because it just gives it a lot of compatibility. I just went ahead and did USB-C to USB-C for my Mac, which doesn't have a USB-A input, but I could just as easily use their cable, and it's a nice, thick, heavy-duty cable. Also includes a really nice instruction manual. It's small, but as long as you can read small type, there's a lot of information in here. So dimensions, 9 inches tall, about 4 inches across in both dimensions, and it is 1.5 pounds. Like I said, it's metal with a rubber base, so it's not going to move when you're getting excited and you're gaming, but most importantly, it has a really nice feel. Now, if you want to, you can also, let's go ahead and do this. You can unscrew it, and now you have the ability to actually mount it on a boom system. So a lot of gamers like to do that rather than having it sitting on their desk, so that if they're pounding on the keyboard or something, then you're not actually having to suffer through hearing that thumping and clicking and all of that sort of sound. So it's totally compatible with that too. Now, it's really not much else. You've got the demo, you've seen how it works, you can see the color system and everything. Really one worth to check out. Now, we should talk about the price. So, before we get to the price, however, you know what's coming up. I'm going to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and click or tap on that subscribe button. Really appreciate when you subscribe. It gives us the ability to stay connected, and I get access to a lot of gear, and I'm always honest and straightforward in my reviews. That's just how I roll. Cool. Now, this is the Maono DM30 RGB USB gaming microphone. It comes in black, blue, pink, or white. Obviously this is white, and it's $49.99 minus 10% currently, giving it a price of $44.99 at Amazon.com. That is a pretty easy way to level up your game in the microphone world and in the gaming world. And just for the record, you don't have to be a gamer to enjoy this. If you're on a lot of Zoom calls, or you just want to record yourself singing or something, this is definitely an upgrade, a big upgrade to built-in microphones on your PC or your Mac. And obviously for something like a PlayStation, I way prefer this than having a headset personally. You know, you might have different choices, but I really like this. And of course, the colors are really fun. I'm a big fan of things that light up. It just makes life a little more interesting. So that's all I got. I'll hope to catch you in my next video.